it is so hard trying to get back in the swing of things, like vlogging again. I've gotten so used to just like not and getting back to living life, but here we are. So, I started a new job this week. Today's my second day of training, and after I got off, just decided to go ahead and pop into the next building to go vote. And so that is pretty much life right now. I mean, I'm not sure. Oh yes, so actually I have to get back to answering some questions. So shout out to, I forgot her name, but I'll post it right here. She was like the only one that was just like, hey, I have questions, we need answers, or I need answers. So I was like, I got you. So probably in the next clip I will go ahead and start answering those, but this is me walking. I don't know. Oh my god, that last clip was so awkward. I'm so out of practice. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. I kind of feel like a little bit lost. I mean, I don't know what direction I want to go in. I just kind of want to get like all of it. So I'm just going to be on my Risa Tisa right now and talk for the 37 minutes that it takes me to get back home. If you haven't seen, you know, the Who the F Did I Marry on TikTok, I mean, it's been pretty much everywhere, but shout out to you, girl, because I was actually one of the first ones to watch it. So I don't know, I took a little bit of pride in that. I saw it maybe like the day after she dropped it, and so I just, that Friday night, I just completely blew up. But I spent like the whole weekend watching it. It was insane. I put my mom on it, and pretty soon, like immediately after, then it like really took off. Oh, my camera's shaky. But I guess life lately, you know, my storytelling is so like out of whack. I just have to start from where I'm at and work my way backwards. But a pretty cool thing today, actually, at the end of training, because we have a large group of training right now. There's 60 of us, and we're in like 3 different classrooms, but my classroom has 60. I'm gonna try to hold this. It's all shaky. But a girl came up to me, and she was just like, do you do makeup on YouTube? And I was just like, oh, do I look like it? Like no, like I don't do makeup. I barely do my own makeup. And she's just like, oh, because I thought I recognized you from YouTube. And I was just like, really? And she's like, yeah, like I think I watched you before. And I was just like, oh my god, like thank you. That's actually like really cool. So hey, maybe it's a sign. And I think that's probably what inspired me to, like, you know, start filming today. Usually my old schedule, I would film starting Monday mornings and then film it that week and then upload it Sunday evenings for it to go up Monday mornings, and then also film starting Monday mornings. But it is Tuesday, March 5th, and I started my cycle last week, but when I tell you, I have just been like really moody these last couple of days, and it's probably just because of a big change, you know, that I've had. I literally went from staying at home with Ellie to having side gigs of things that I could do to make money, but also like still, you know, raise her and be home with her. And then when she started school, you know, I've been having positions off and on with the county, and you know, the last almost year, like I've been doing Lyft and Uber. Can you believe I was feeding my family off of that? But I was doing Lyft and Uber for like the last year. And then my car got repoed. Well, first I got really sick. Both me and my daughter got really sick for like 2 weeks. And I couldn't work. I couldn't do Lyft. I couldn't do anything. And then right after we got sick, then come February 1st, then my car got repoed. So it's like, okay, well, there goes my job. And so February was just rough. Like February 1st, that was a rough month. And I just felt like I just completely like hit rock bottom. I mean, I felt like I'd been hitting rock bottom for a while, but when my car got took, I was just, and I got no job, I got no money, and I was just like, Lord help me, Jesus, like this is it, this is the end. So February was bad, and I just felt fortunate enough that I had put in little seeds here and there for everything to literally come together all at once. Like, I filed my taxes the day before my car got repoed. The job that I have now, I applied for this like a year ago. So the last couple of months I've been, going in to get a life scan, going in to file paperwork. And so I found out 2 weeks ago that this was starting in March. And so literally like February 1st was just a waiting game. And then come March 1st, or when taxes hit, when did taxes hit? February 21st. I was just like, oh my God, like I got a job. I could get my car back. I got a little bit of coin. I can start getting my finances together. Like, I can actually start budgeting and saving, getting myself a HYSA. I got that going on. I can finally get like life insurance. Like, I'm able to start actually financing and being financially savvy and budgeting now that I have a stable job with stable income. Like, the last time I had a 9-to-5 full-time position was back in 2011. I want to say 2010, 2011. And that's when I was a temp for Screen Actors Guild. And that was a temp, so I only had that for like 3 or 4 months. Oh wait, no, I had another position where I was doing full-time. That was also temp too. That was when I worked for WorkSource Inc. I've had like 80 million jobs my entire life. What is that? No. And so this is like March. It's really all coming together for once, and that's what made me so emotional in my last video that I posted, is I can finally feel like I have a freaking break, but it's also like a big change, and I'm really just trying to, on top of getting my mood together, because my mood is just not allowing me to like be happy and accept that things are finally going good for once. But I'm trying to practice gratitude and saying, like, I get to have a car that I put gas in. I get to make dinner. I get to spend time with my daughter. I get to go to a job every day that I can make some money. So I'm changing it into, it's not, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, because as positive as I am, I always find the negative in things. It's almost like a trauma response. Like, no matter what, I have a list of things that I worry about, things that I'm concerned about. And when one thing is like going good, all I do is I check that and I move on to the next thing that's on my list to worry about. It's very rare that I can just like be like, everything is cool, because I don't trust it. Like, something always, but I don't want to put that into the universe. I just want to be able to finally practice gratitude and be like, what, I get to do all these things. And even that month when I didn't have my car, I had no money, no job, no car, I was still so thankful, like I still had like my family, and my mom was really helpful, and my sister was there to talk to me every day on the phone when I wanted to cry for 3 hours every day, and there are a lot of things that I still had to be grateful for. Like, I get to wake up every morning and take my daughter to school. I get to pick her up from school. I get to make dinner with her. I get to still do all these. I get to have a bed to wake up in. I get to have, an apartment to live in. Like, I really had to practice being grateful for the things that I did have. And I am just so thankful that things literally worked out in the timing that they did, the way they did. It's insane. Like, as much as I've gone through in life, I am incredibly lucky with the way that things have worked out. I mean, I like to chalk it up to, I'm just resourceful like that. I'm the type of person where if I want something or something goes down and I need $1,000 by tomorrow, I'm gonna figure out a way to find $1,000 by tomorrow. If I need $1,000 by tomorrow and I don't got it, I will find some way to make it happen. I'd be surprised at myself sometimes. I don't even know how it works out. I don't even know how I'd be doing it sometimes. What I just do. It's just a gift. It's a gift that I have. A resourceful gift that I have. I do see that as my superpower. And And so that's just a little bit of what's going on. Oh, I did say earlier I was going to answer some questions, but I can't really look at the questions while I'm driving. So I will have to do that in another clip. Also, what have I listened to today? So lately, I've been reading Push. I haven't read a book all the way through in freaking years. I keep buying books left and right, but I can't. My attention span won't let me focus on it. I can't get my attention span to let me, but I have been reading Push just because Monique, she's been back, and ever since Cat Williams dropped his Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay interview, that blew up. And then so after Cat Williams, it was Monique. So then after Monique's interview, then I went back and watched Precious. I've only ever watched that movie, I think 2 or 3 times. But I watched it again, and I was just really curious. I'm like, well, I got to read the book because I want to compare it. And when I tell you that the film adaptation is actually like spot on from the book, like it is. I will say that Lee, I think it was Lee who directed Precious, but it's a pretty good adaptation. But I highly recommend you read the book. Anyway, I always go to the source material. So I've been reading that. I've been watching a lot of old black and white films. I've always watched old black and white films, but I told my mom to make me a list of like the top 10 most scandalous black and white old vintage films. So I'm working my way through that list. I've also been watching a lot of not Judge Judy, but Judy Justice, which is really good because she's back in the game. She's dealing with the new generation, and her granddaughter's on the show with her too. So her granddaughter helps her, like, break it down sometimes. And then what else have I been watching? Also another YouTuber that I follow, Lovely T. I love her. I hope she makes it to 1 million soon. She's amazing. I've been watching her since like 2015, but Lovely T, I watched her, and I've been watching her. They're not called her documentaries, but they're called her deep dives. So I've been watching her deep dives, and the most recent one is Surviving Diddy. I'm on part 2. They're like 3-hour long deep dive videos. Might as well be documentaries, but they're amazing. She really just like breaks it down, shows you clips. And I've always had a weird feeling about Diddy. I didn't know the complete history about Diddy. All I really knew about Diddy growing up was, he was the CEO of Bad Boys, my generation. I know him from, Making the Band. I know he was, collaborated a lot. He had a lot of artists work on a lot of songs, but I didn't really know exactly how corrupt he was and how much he stole from his artists, and how he like literally, and his association with like Biggie and everything. And she really broke it all down and takes you back in time and shows you, like, even when he first came on the scene, about how the first event that he put on, I forgot, it was at a college or something, or it was like a basketball game, but it was like 7 people died because they were being crushed, in this building. And that's basically like his first time coming out onto the scene, putting on this event, and people died. So it's just like, go figure, right? That should have been, a red flag. But those are really good. So it's called Surviving Diddy. You have to be part of her membership, but it's only like $5 a month. So it's definitely worth it for her videos. But she talks about all kinds of subjects in her deep dives. But yeah, shout out to Lovely T, some free PR. I love her. I'm a subscriber. So I've been reading that. I've been watching that. I also been watching Twilight Zone, the original. That helps me go to sleep at nighttime. And I really, so that's good for my mind. I'm making money, but I really need to get back on this health kicker. Like, I took a picture for my ID, but when I tell you, I just feel like I look so swollen. Like, I gained so much weight back, and I know why, and I know how I did. Like, I know exactly why I did, so I can't be hard on myself. But just like looking at the pictures, and it's not even that I've been in denial. My health has been, it's all I can think about, and also it's the only thing I don't want to think about. Like it's something I don't want to think about it, yet it's all I can think about. It's literally my Roman Empire. But I'm just like, damn, when I finally lost all that weight, when I did lose the weight and I was looking like good and I was getting there, like when I tell you guys, I had gotten all the way down to 150 before a person just, and you know, I do gotta hold myself accountable for this, but I got down to 150 and another person just came in and fucked it all up. Like, I can't blame them for everything, but they were a huge contributor to my weight gain, you know, emotionally, physically. Like, there was a lot of things that went down that contributed to that weight gain coming back. And I'm just like, damn, you know, when I had lost all that weight, I wasn't out in the world. Like, I was being pretty much like hidden away. Like, I didn't go anywhere. Nobody saw me. Nobody was showing me off. And so all I have now to prove that it happened are old YouTube videos. Essentially, like, I haven't taken any new pictures of myself. I just refuse to even like look at myself on camera. Like, if you look at my camera roll, like all the last almost year of pictures is just screenshots or pictures of Bubby. But I'm just like, damn, like I looked good. I looked so good. I mean, like, I still think, you know, I'm very pretty. I still think I'm very attractive. But when I tell you, you are treated differently on how you weigh, you know, it's not fair. It's not right. You should receive the same treatment and the same amount of respect. But keeping it real, you are treated differently and better when you're more, when you weigh less. I mean, like, you know, sorry, trigger warning if it makes you feel bad, but you know, it is what it is, coming from someone who's got, I don't even know where I'm at now. If I had to take a guess, I'm pretty sure I'm back at like 215. For sure, 215. You know, I wasn't supposed to go over 200 again, but I stopped caring. I wasn't, you know, I was just eating whatever, whenever, and a lot of it was to cope. You know, a lot of it was to cope. A lot of it was out of boredom. You know, just, and also, you know, drinking too. When you drink, it gives you an appetite. And when I didn't have an appetite, you know, I would have a glass of wine to give me an appetite so that I felt like eating. And, you know, so that also contributed it too. And I just feel swollen, and, you know, I don't want to be fluffy. I don't want to be cute and fluffy. I want to be sexy and hot and in shape and tiny and mini and petite, and, you know, I want to feel those things. I don't want to feel like a quarterback all the time. I feel like a quarterback, and it makes me feel masculine, and I don't like it. But one thing at a time, you know, priorities. Main priority was getting a freaking job first, you know, making sure that I got my car back, and just, you know, the basic necessities. But where was I going with this? Yes, I have in my cart a little stepper, because back in September, from the months of, it started during the summer. It started off at the YMCA. So this would have started in July. I actually had a gym membership from July through September, and I was going to the gym every day. I would go swimming and then go to the gym. And, you know, so I lost some of the weight, and I had gotten back down to, you know, at least 201. You know, I'd gotten back down to there. And then I stopped going to the gym because I fell out of my motivation. I just didn't feel like doing anything. And it was nothing. Like, my motivation and my depression really kicked in, and I was just like, I do not feel like, I don't have the energy. I'm just tired. I just don't have the energy for anything. And So I'm trying to find things I could do at home. But in my cart, I have a little stepper. I was thinking of maybe even like a small like treadmill, just something that I could do at home in the mornings now before going to work or taking the baby school, or, you know, something I could do in the evenings for 30 minutes, like while she's asleep, where I don't have to leave my house and I don't have to go to the gym. Because it's just not the business. It was cute for a moment. It was cute, but the closest gym with the most affordable membership, freaking Planet Fitness. You know how crazy it is for Planet Fitness to get rid of a Planet Fitness membership. They are scandalous. Like, it's so easy to sign up online. They get you with 3 months free and then like $10 a month after that. You have to go in person to cancel it. Like, they make you literally go back to the gym to cancel the gym. And then they figure while you're in there canceling, you might as well just work out. And then you get sucked into this cycle all over again. It's insane. It's insane, but it was a process. Needless to say, they got my money for an extra like 3 months. They had my coin. They had my coin for an extra 3 months and I wasn't going. And I thought I had already canceled it because I sent an email, but it didn't go through. So I had to take it up with the supervisor. I had to call my bank. I had pulled a full-on Karen move. And I was just like, y'all need to cancel. I'm not coming down there. Don't make me come down there. And so there's that. I have not done keto in a while. I have not done, you know, for meals, I've been eating a shit ton of pasta, but that's just because it's been easy. I have experimented with making new food, though. I made gumbo for the first time a couple weeks ago, which turned out bomb, which I'm really proud of. Like I said, though, my motivation, and it's something that I love to do. Like, I love to cook. I'm not on my, you know, what's her name, Nara Smith on TikTok. I'm not on my Nara where I'm making, you know, homemade jelly jam, peanut butter and jelly, and homemade cereal. Like, I'm not doing all that. But, you know, when I'm craving something, I do like to cook. It's fun. It relaxes me. But like I said, just no motivation. I've not felt any motivation to do anything lately. But the motivation recently has for sure kicked in. The thing I really need to practice and work on is not letting little things deter me or throw me off. And that's something that, you know, really does affect me. As things could be growing great, but as soon as any little thing happens, it kind of like flips my day upside down and it'll like ruin my whole day. Like, I can have a perfect day, but if one little thing goes wrong, then it feels like it ruins like the whole day. So I do need to work on that. And you know what? The motivation, I'm not gonna give myself a hard time for that too, because I've also had to deal with another source, and it's mainly just people, just dealing with people that I have to deal with, but I don't want to, but they just make everything so much more worse. You know, I've had to deal with, if you know me, then you know who I'm talking about. I've had to deal with, let's just call them KFC and Bozo the Clown. I've had to deal with KFC and Bozo the Clown every weekend, and it's just that's another story for another time, but I'm not going to say too much just because, let's just say I eventually plan on getting the courts involved. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I got to keep it professional. I got to keep it cute and not say or do anything that could sway my case. So there's that. Anyways, I gotta put my GPS back on because I still use my GPS and I need to figure out which way I'm going. But I will talk to you soon. I might check in tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay, all right, let me get home safely. Bye. Good morning. It is Wednesday and I'm back with another shaky car video because I got stuff on my mind. I'm tired. The mind guilt is just it's different, you know, it's a new change. It's different. And last night was so beautiful and so sad because I come home and my daughter, she's fed, she's bathed. Like, I come home, she's literally in her jammies, you know, finishing up dinner, and watching her program, waiting for me to come home to play. And I'm just like, yo, is this what we do as mothers? Like, we just take care of it all? Like, I'm used to being the one doing that, not coming home to that. And I've been saying this for the last couple of months now. I'm just like, should I get married one day? I don't need a husband. I need me a wife. Like, not for romantic reasons, but if we talk about, you know, marriage as a business move, marriage as a partnership, marriage as a family unit, I'm like, no, I need me a wife, because ain't no reason in the world why husbands should be doing their wives dirty. Like, I'm like, you know, I came home to leftovers that I had cooked a couple days before. So, you know, after Ellie went to sleep, then I had my dinner, I took my shower, I chatted up with my mom for a little bit, and then I drifted off to sleep. Like, I drifted off, and then 2 hours later, it was like time to wake up. My alarm went off. But I'm just like, you know, as a typical husband in the typical traditional family unit, like, you coming home as a husband and your house is clean, you got food, you got a woman who loves you, your kids are happy to see you, all they want to do is play, they're fed, they're bathed, they're fed, they're bathed, you know, their homework is done, and you coming home to that, and ain't no reason in the world why you should not be treating your partner like freaking gold. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it's just, I've never come home to that. I've always been the one providing that for my daughter, and coming home to just a little snippet of it, it's really, it's mind blown. So I'm just like, standards, expectations, and boundaries. Shout out Cynthia G. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She don't got her YouTube anymore. They banned her, but she was putting some good stuff out there when she was there. I think she's on a Patreon now, but shout out to Cynthia G. But like I was saying though, the mom guilt, like, all she wants to do is play. Like, even this morning, she's never liked waking up in the mornings. You know, she's used to me being there in the mornings, getting her ready for school, taking her to school, me picking her up and spending the whole rest of the day and all night with her. And, you know, she never used to like to wake up in the morning. She always used to give me static. Now, when I wake up, she wakes up literally a couple minutes after I do, just waiting for me to finish getting ready so she can play with me before I leave now. And this morning I felt so bad because I wasn't rushing, but, you know, because of traffic, and I'm a punctual person, like, it gives me so much anxiety to be late, so I show up early. I'm just like, you know, I have to go. And she's like, but, you know, can we please read, play? Can we please play? Can we please play? So I'm just like, okay, you know, we could do a couple minutes here, but then mommy has to go. And she's like, one more thing. And I'm like, okay, we could do this here, but then mommy has to go. And I kept, and oh my God, the mom guilt. We can't win. And, you know, it's a change for me too. I miss her. You know, I do miss her. You know, she's at her dad's on the weekends, so pretty much during the week it's just business, you know, unless she has a day off during the week, or I do. You know, we don't really have much time to go out and do stuff. And before, you know, it was because of funds, you know, we couldn't really do stuff. But, you know, she knows that mommy is going to work every day to get the monies, so, you know, she could get some things too, and we can get back to doing fun things, get back to ballet classes. So, you know, I talked to her about that, and she knows that. And that's where we're at so far. Like I said, I'm just tired already. Like, the days are long, but the nights, I closed my eyes and I woke up to the alarm. It felt like it was like an hour, 2 at the most. The days are long, but the nights are very, very short indeed. For breakfast, I had avocado toast. The first day of training, I did take myself out to lunch, and I took myself to get Chipotle, which is literally right across the street. And I'm just like, oh, This is the only time I can do this, because this Chipotle thing here is going to get me in trouble. I love Chipotle, and I'm just like, I cannot eat this every single day for lunch because it gives me the itis. You know, you're supposed, how they do it in Spain, what you're supposed to do, they call it a siesta. You're supposed to go to work, everybody goes home for the day to take their naps, and then they come back to work. That's how it should be. That's how it's supposed to be. We need to be doing that here, or I just need to move to Europe. But everybody got the itis after lunchtime, and I'm like, number one, that's too big a lunch. I can't have Chipotle every day because that's expensive and is going to get me in trouble. So I took my lunch yesterday, which was a little macaroni and cheese cup and a Olipop soda. I couldn't eat heavy in the middle of the day like that because it would just make me too tired for the second half of the day. Like, everybody's already yawning. One girl yesterday, she literally fell asleep. When I tell you about the unprofessionalism at this training, that's another video. Just but the unprofessionalism is very unprofessional. But one girl straight up fell asleep, and I'm just, But today for lunch, I have the same thing, another macaroni and cheese cup and a sody. Well, it's a Olipop. And did I bring anything else? I think I'm pretty much just doing the same thing. I don't know what I'm going to do about dinner, though, because usually I would spend the day, you know, grocery shopping in the morning, grocery shopping. And I haven't had time to go grocery shopping at all, so I'm going to have some groceries delivered today. I'll probably have to order them on my break, but I have no idea what to get, because by the time I'm coming home, I don't feel like cooking or making dinner. I need something quick, so I have no idea what groceries I'm going to have sent to the house. I don't even know. I can't even think about that right now. But yeah, that is it so far. I'm almost there. It's just traffic. I got to leave like an hour before start time. I still have to do the Q&A. I got to write out all the questions, and sorry for the shaky cam. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Hello, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, March 10th, and this week has been definitely a long one. It's been changing, and what I tell you, Friday, for the first time in a really long time, in the words of NWA, it was a good day. Like, Friday was incredible. It was my first official day of work. I had my true 9-to-5 working girl moment. I met everyone in the office that I'm working with, and it was just an incredible, productive day. Afterwards, I went over to my sister and brother-in-law's house, and we did like a little mini celebration, and they made barbecue, and it was wonderful. So yesterday, I spent all day pretty much just like lounging, hanging out. I had my Chipotle. And then today, this morning, I woke up, scrolled TikTok for a little bit, and then got a jolt of like motivation. So I just completely like went through and organized like all my documents. I threw away a bunch of stuff. So here's a little, look at my little tray, organized all my documents, and I threw away a bunch of old magazines, and I just wanted to wrap up this vlog so I could edit this and hopefully get it uploaded soon. I'm going to do in a separate video, probably the next. I know I said I was going to answer some questions that someone had asked me. Like, she listed like 10 questions that she had. I was supposed to do that in this one, but I ran out of time this week. It was just way too busy. So I'm going to do that in the next video. And like I said, I'm trying to get back in the groove of, you know, filming vlogs. I was on my Risatisa this week, where only time I filmed was when I was in the car coming or going. But I just wanted to wrap up the end of this video. And if you made it all the way to the end, if you're new, thank you so much for watching, for still watching. I started filming like almost like 2 years ago now, and it's been quite a journey. I've tried to update as much as I can. There's still a lot of other things I need to get into. But once again, I appreciate you so much for watching and being patient with me and hanging in there and just being interested in me, like, at all. So once again, thank you so much. I'm trying to practice my gratitude and just really be thankful for things, because things are finally looking up and turning around. And normally when things go good, I get scared because I'm like, okay, you know, what's going to happen next? But I'm really trying to live in the moment and appreciate it. So once again, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.